Hello, I am the professor with the bow tie. If you are new to this channel, subscribe and leave a like if you like this video. How can you pronounce the ancient Greek alphabet? This is a video sponsored by Ulysses. Thank you very much, Ulysses. If you also want to sponsor one of my videos, you can go to Coffee and write Coffee Professor with a bow tie. You can see it on the screen right now. The links that are in the description below, they don't work because we are a small channel. There is an alternative way. You can write Coffee Professor with a bow tie on Google, or you can copy and paste the link there is in the description below. If you don't want to demand a video, you can simply donate something to support my channel. Thank you very much. So let's start. The pronunciation of the ancient Greek alphabet varied over time and across different regions of the Greek-speaking world. There was no single standardized pronunciation, but we can make some educated guesses based on historical evidence and linguistic analysis. It's important to note that the pronunciation of ancient Greek evolved over centuries, and what we know today is an approximation. Here, I provide the Erasmian pronunciation because it attempts to approximate the pronunciation of ancient Greek in a way that makes it more accessible to speakers of modern European languages. It's a widely used pronunciation scheme in many educational settings for the study of ancient Greek, particularly in English-speaking countries. However, it is important to note that the Erasmian pronunciation is not a perfect reconstruction of the ancient pronunciation, and there are debates among scholars about its accuracy. There are alternative pronunciation systems advocated by scholars who believe in different reconstructions of ancient Greek pronunciation. There is the restored classical pronunciation. This reconstruction attempts to approximate the pronunciation of classical Greek, particularly as it was spoken in the 5th and 4th centuries BC. It aims to recreate the phonological features of the time, such as pitch, accent, and vowel qualities. Also, there is the Koine pronunciation. Koine Greek, or Kini, was a simplified form of the language spoken during the Hellenistic and Roman periods. Some scholars suggest that the pronunciation of Koine Greek was distinct from Classical Greek, with fewer vowel distinctions and other simplifications. There is the linguistic reconstruction. Linguists use comparative linguistics and historical phonology to reconstruct the pronunciation of ancient languages. They compare Greek with related languages and look for phonological changes that occurred over time. Some reconstructions take into account regional variations in ancient Greek. Different regions may have had distinct pronunciation features, and scholars may attempt to recreate these regional differences. Some reconstructions focus on the evolution of Greek pronunciation over time, tracing the changes from Classical Greek through Byzantine Greek to modern Greek. This approach highlights the historical continuity of the language. And some reconstructions prioritize phonological consistency and regularity. They seek to establish a system that adheres to consistent phonological rules rather than trying to match modern pronunciations. It's important to note that no reconstruction can fully capture the exact pronunciation of ancient Greek, as there are gaps in our knowledge and the language evolved over centuries. Different scholars may advocate for different reconstructions based on their research and interpretations of available evidence. The choice of pronunciation system often depends on the context and goals of the study. In educational settings, the Erasmian pronunciation remains widely used for its practicality in teaching and reading ancient Greek texts. However, scholars who focus on historical linguistics and phonological accuracy may adopt alternative systems that better align with their research objectives. Now, let's focus on the Erasmian pronunciation and how we can read the ancient Greek alphabet accordingly. The Erasmian pronunciation is a system of pronouncing ancient Greek developed during the Renaissance by the Dutch humanist Desiderius Erasmus. It was created for the purpose of teaching and studying ancient Greek texts, especially the New Testament and classical literature. The classical period is dated back to the 5th and 4th centuries BC. This is the period often associated with great Greek philosophers like Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle, and poets like Aeschylus, Sophocles, and Euripides. Now let's pronounce the ancient Greek alphabet. Alpha. There is a short form and a long form. A short, A. A long, A, like father. The letter beta is similar to the English B. Gamma, similar to the G sound in go, G. Delta, similar to the English D, D. Epsilon is pronounced like a short E in bet, E, but at the end of the classical period changed to closed E. But afterwards, and till today in the modern Greek language, it became again E. The letter zeta, similar to the zd, like in the word disdain. Eta, pronounced like E. Theta, pronounced like an aspirated t, t, but later became th, a fricative th. Iota, pronounced like the E in a short form, but like E in long form, E and E. Kappa, similar to English K, K. Lambda, similar to English L, L. Mu, similar to the English M, M. Nu, similar to the English N, N, N. Xi is pronounced like X. Omicron, pronounced like the O in box. Pi, similar to the English P, P. Rho, pronounced like a rolled R, R. Sigma, pronounced like S, S. There is a sigma in the words and a sigma final. That means that is located at the end of a word. Tau, similar to the English T, T. Ypsilon, pronounced like the French U in a short form, but in the long form, U. Pi is an aspirated pi, blowing out more air, but then it became the fricative F. Chi, K, K. Psi, Ps. And omega, pronounced like O, long form, O. Keep in mind that certain letters change their pronunciation when inside the words, and also they depend on the kind of the ancient Greek marks they accept. Again, this is not the exact pronunciation, because in these centuries, small changes occur in the phonological system of the daily spoken language that affect the written, more formal language. We accept conventionally the most established and widespread phonological types in order to have an approximate idea of the pronunciation of ancient Greeks. And linguistic research continues. Over time, the pronunciation of Greek changed, and Koine Greek emerged as a simplified form of the language. The pronunciation of Koine Greek varied from region to region and was influenced by the native languages spoken in those areas. During the Byzantine Empire, the pronunciation of Greek continued to evolve, and it diverged significantly from Classical Greek. Modern Greek, which is still spoken today, has its own pronunciation distinct from Classical Greek. It underwent significant phonological changes over the centuries. It's essential to remember that these descriptions are approximations, and the actual pronunciation may have been more nuanced and varied. The study of ancient Greek phonetics and pronunciation is an ongoing field of research, and linguists continue to refine their understanding based on available evidence. If you want to broaden your mental horizons on the pronunciation of ancient Greek, you can consult the following books and articles. The article by Amalia Arvaniti of 2007, Greek Phonetics, the State of the Art. This paper discusses the current state of research in Greek phonetics, focusing on topics such as intonation, tonal targets, scaling, and alignment of tones. The book by Christidis, A History of Ancient Greek from the Beginnings to the Late Antiquity. This book discusses the ancient Greek dialects, the structure and change of ancient Greek, the Greek in contact with other languages, the translation practices in antiquity, etc. And the book by Stephen Colvin, A Brief History of Ancient Greek. This book covers the language from its Indo-European beginnings till the modern evolution of the language. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this content, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel to see more.